How's it going, guys? I know, it's been a while, it's been way too long. About to jump in this questions and answers, self-help question and answers. But first, coffee. Alright, so first question, we're gonna start out with a fun question of the day. This question came from my friend Keller. I'm gonna put his Instagram handle right here. If you don't follow Keller, follow him. He's just I don't know, he's a crazy kid. He's a nut, to be honest with you. So his funny question was, how do I stay lean while drinking beer and eating pizza bites? Well, my easy answer to that would be don't drink beer and eat pizza bites. But obviously, people like to, drink beer and eat pizza bites. So the best thing to do would be take everything in moderation. A lot of people have like diet questions and fitness questions, how do I stay lean, while still enjoying the simple things in life. It's all about taking things in moderation. You can't, divulge into a whole day of just terrible eating or days and days of terrible eating. If you're going to have that cheat meal, if you're going to go off your diet a little bit, if you're going to eat something you probably shouldn't eat, it's all about moderation and only having like one meal. You don't want to have like a whole day where you're just splurging on whatever you want. Like that's going to really affect you like in the long run. But having like a cheat meal throughout the week, or if you're gonna have to eat that piece of cake or those cookies or that pizza or drink that beer, whatever it is, it's all about having things in moderation. I like to stay healthy and fit, but do I go out on the weekends? Yes, but when I go out, I only have 1 or 2 beers. I don't, take a bunch of shots and get like really drunk and drink a bunch of beer and eat pizza and all this stuff. I take everything in moderation. But if you want to eat lean or stay lean, don't eat that. If you have to eat it, do it in moderation. That'd be my best advice to you, bud. All right, our next question. How would you make the decision on whether or not to take a career opportunity that is far from your hometown and limits time with your family? All right, so you have a great job opportunity, across, a bunch of states or across the country or what have you. It's gonna separate you from friends and family. I think it really comes down to, at the moment, you have to think about it a couple different levels. Number one, at the moment, what's more valuable, your friends, your family, or this job opportunity? Now, obviously, your friends and family are going to be the most valuable thing, because friends and family comes first for most people. But I think at this certain time, and right now, the opportunity that has arisen, would you rather spend time with friends and family, or would you rather take a job opportunity that can completely change your whole career path, your whole life, and set up things for you in the future? I think it's really important to figure out right now, what's the most important decision for you? You also have to consider for yourself, like, is it really a good idea to let things like friends and family, limit you from something that could really grow you? I don't think that's a very smart idea. I think by allowing something like that to hold you back, I think it's not going to enable you to grow as a person, and that's very important. I would also, my other question with this is it really more of a friends and family thing, being separated from them, or is it more of a fear of failure thing? I think that's a question you have to ask yourself. For anybody who's in a dilemma where should I move, should I not move? There's this job opportunity. I don't know if I want to be separated from friends and family. Is it more that you're just not going to be able to spend time with them and have fun, or is it more of what happens if I go over there and it doesn't work out and I fail, and I come back home? Are people going to think like I'm a fool, Are people going to think badly about me? Is it you don't want to fail in the eyes of the people you love? I think you have to figure, that aspect of it out, because here's the reality. If you were truly stoked about this job opportunity, it was everything that you wanted, you wouldn't think, twice about leaving your friends and family. You'd just be like, hey guys, I've got this great opportunity, I'll come visit when I can, and I'll see you guys later. You wouldn't hold yourself back. So I don't think it's a fight between, should I separate myself from my family and friends to go to this job. I think it's more of a fight between, what happens if I fail? What happens if things don't work out? What happens if I go over there and it's not what I thought it would be? I think that's really what the question is, and I could be completely wrong, but I think that's something that you have to kind of sit back and really think deep down yourself, Is it a fear thing? And if it's a fear thing, you got to figure out how to get rid of that. You don't want to be controlled by fear, because if you let that fear control you, it's going to limit you, especially in an opportunity like this that may not occur again, You may not get this opportunity. It's important. If you feel that it's right for you and it could set you up for something great, seize the day. Seize it right then and there. Don't be limited by fear. All right, next question. All right, this question's a little kind of somewhat in-depth, a little complicated. I got this question from a female, obviously not going to mention their names or anything, but basically it's a question of, so I'm just going to go into it. It's hard being a girl or a guy in a world where everyone seems to revolve around how we look. The size of one's arms, the size of one's, butt, abs, all that stuff. It's a catch-22 because we are not trying to look like everybody else, but where do we find love and acceptance in ourselves? So basically, the question is, in a world where, we see these magazine covers of great models with big boobs and shredded abs and, fit arms and stuff like this, how can we go about, accepting ourselves and loving ourselves for who we are and not get caught up in, the cultural side of it or the popular media side of it? I think, it's a really tough question. It's not easy. And I think for me, it's harder answering it in a girl's perspective. I'm a male. I can answer it in a guy's perspective because I've been there. But in a female's perspective, I think it's a little bit tougher. I think there's a couple ways to go about it. First and foremost, if you're not happy with yourself or you're not happy with your body where you're at, do something to change it. I think people forget that they have a lot of control within their lives. If you're not happy with the way you look, you want to lose 15 pounds, here's a great thing. Go on a diet and get to the gym. Lose that weight. You can do it. If you're someone who's thinks they're scrawny and doesn't have a lot of muscle, diet and go to the gym. It's the same thing. And those are changes that you can make. Now, obviously, yes, Reed, it's easier for some people. It's not so much easier for me. It's easier for you to obtain this body. Yes, it is a subjective thing, and it is different from person to person. But at the end of the day, you do have control. It might be a little bit harder work for you than others, but, if you really want it that bad, put in the work. Do what you got to do. The other angle I take it at is, okay, Reed, these people look great and stuff like that. I don't necessarily want to look like that or live that lifestyle, but how do I feel like I'm valuable, or how do I feel confident in myself and what I have to offer? And it basically comes to a couple different things. Number one, self-esteem, and number two, being able to love yourself. Self-esteem is a very hard thing to build, and it's an interesting thing that people don't consider is that the people who seem like they have the highest self-esteem, or have all these things and pride themselves and kind of show off. Most of the time, people who show off and stuff like that don't really have a high self-esteem. It's a defense mechanism to portray, oh, I'm high and mighty and all this stuff. But in reality, they have a low self-esteem for some reason, and it could be in a completely different aspect of their life that has nothing to do with physical appearance. It could be a mental or emotional thing. On the other hand, you have people who, are not, this great, thing with six-pack abs, beautiful thing, but they have great self-esteem because they're happy with who they are emotionally and mentally, and they're smart and they know exactly what they want in life. It's a big balancing thing, and it's different from person to person. Now, for me personally, my biggest self-esteem issue is my acne, and as you can see, I still have scars about it, but I took steps to help fix it. I don't have much acne now. It's a bunch of scarring, doing things now to fix that, but that's at the same time, I had to accept who I am and understand that, here doesn't matter so much. It's what's in here. Being able to look at this camera and give you guys feedback, about, things like this, that's not easy. I got people, look at this. I got people all around looking at me like, what is this kid doing? I don't care. I have a high self-esteem inside. It's something that I build up over time, and you got to be able to do that. In terms of being able to love yourself, at a deeper level, I think the biggest thing is, just understanding that you're unique. One of my favorite, ideas is that every individual snowflake, when it snows, is different. Every individual one in a million, they're all different. And the same with humans, we're all different. We all have something special to bring to the table. There's something deep down inside us that is unique, that other people don't have. And I think it's important to, know yourself as a person, know who you are, and find that thing deep inside of you that makes you stand out, that makes you special, that makes you unique. Because we all have it. Some people it's a physical thing, some people it's an emotional thing, a mental thing, whatever it is. You have to find that thing that makes you unique as a person and embrace it and love it. And at the same time, figure out a way to bring value to other people. For me, yes, I'm fit and I like to, stay healthy and stuff like that. But that's not what I pride myself in. I pride myself in the ability to, reach out to people and help people. That's what I find unique in myself. And you have to be able to find that deep within you and, show, that you care. I think loving yourself is the first step, with anything, If you aren't happy with yourself, or you don't love yourself, or feel that you can obtain something, you're going to limit yourself in your life. You're not going to be able to fully be the best version of yourself, or fully become the person who you need to be. How do you love yourself? How do you feel like you have a great self-esteem with things that media shows these days, on TV shows or music videos or magazines like that, a lot of that stuff's fake. It really is. I myself have had a couple photo shoots where, for the most part, everything's real, but there is edits, and I'll show a couple pictures here and there where there's some slight edits, for my face and scarring like that. And it's fake. I'm not afraid to admit it. A lot of the stuff is, fake. It's altered and stuff like that. And you can't let that, get to you, You're your own unique person, Don't worry about everybody else. We've grown up in a society where we're so worried about what other people are doing and how we look to other people, or what other people are thinking about. That's not the way to live your life. The way to live your life is worry about you. Do you. Focus on you. Give everything you can to yourself. Make yourself the best person you can be every single day. Add value in your life every day so that you can provide value to other people, because that's what life's all about. Life's not all about looking the best or being on top. Life is about giving back and sharing and community and loving, and that's what I try to do. I'm not into this fitness thing, as people who know me, I'm into fitness. I'm not into this fitness thing because it makes me look good, yes, it does make me good, and yes, I'm proud of it, but that's not the only reason. It's so maybe I can, bring something new to it. Maybe I can motivate someone, and this right here is really what I want to do, and that's what I've found in myself over, months and years of, self-development and understanding who I am. And that's the big thing. It's you're unique. Embrace it. Embrace your uniqueness and find something that you love. If you can't find something beautiful in you, stare in the mirror a little bit longer. Find a better mirror, okay? Because everybody has it deep down inside, no matter who you are. Everybody has something unique about them that they should always cherish and love. All right, so that's going to conclude this Q&A. Only 3 questions today, I know. Not many questions came in this go-round, but I need more questions, guys. Please comment below, DM me, message me. I will keep them anonymous. I'll keep all my questions anonymous unless you ask me to reveal your name. It doesn't seem like people are going to do that, though, which is understandable. I like to form these questions, on a personal level and a level where it can reach and bring value to everybody. So, please hit like if you like this. Ask me questions. Any questions, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next. But first, coffee.